Welcome to the Voice of the People. Today's day we are going to talk about faith during hard times. Sometimes how do you manage to keep going even though you know that things are not working or things are more difficult than the way you expected? How do you keep going? Is it hope? Well, what is this thing that keeps you going? Is it all about that you look at things the way people used to do? Or do you use what is called the spiritual way? Like you get that most of the youths, or just a normal human being, we are in a way in which that when sometimes we are passing through a lot, or the difficult situation, we tend to lose almost hope. And we become very hopeless, and sometimes we even give up. But what is this thing that keeps us going? Because you get that some would not have a job, or the business has collapsed, or he has what is called the broken promises from the leader, or something is delayed again and again. But this time, this person does not give up. What is this thing that keeps you going, you as an individual? Sometimes we say, when I'm depressed or when I feel that I'm like giving up, I say I can go and pray. But do you keep on praying even though things are not working the way you expected? There are so many people who had given up and they said, no, we cannot continue like this. And some have even ended up their lives because of giving up. But if you look at the reasons why somebody is not living with us today, he gave up and said that enough is enough. But what is this thing that is enough, not enough? How do you get to the point whereby now you just want to give up? What is this thing that can push you to the wall that now you say, okay, today I don't think like I should give up? Is it that sometimes we over-expect? Or does it mean that we fear what people will say about us? Because there are some situations whereby you think about what will happen if I don't do this. Just stay tuned as we continue. Now, there is this story of this young man who refused to quit. This young man had a degree. This man had gone through school. This man was living in town. There is this one particular point where this man was approached by his friends. His friends kept on calling him, asking him, have you gotten somewhere to go? Or have you gotten some kind of job? The answer kept on, no, I haven't. So this man decided, I will not be sleeping in the house. I will be waking up very early, then find a place and sit, just waiting, because he refused to be sleeping his way of life. There is this time that there is this old mzee who used to see him daily. This mzee one day approached him and asked him, why are you seated here daily? He asked that, I've been looking for a job, but I haven't gotten any, and I believe that there is no any other way. The mzee told him, I believe that the problem is not the job. The problem is how you look at things. Because you've refused to start small. That is why you've been coming here to sit here daily. But people have problems back in their homes. Do you have some kind of skill that you can use to change their problem into your source of income? He said that he can do anything that he had. Mzee told him, sit somewhere and make some kind and tell them that you are a fundi. People will approach you and they will give you jobs. Even if they are odd, try to do them. This guy started solving people's problem one by one, and he got paid little by little. So as he continued, he realized that now his life had changed. So the friends who had stopped calling him because they knew very well that the answer to their question could not change, because whenever he was asked, have you found any job? He used to say no. This time when he was asked, have you found any job? He said no, but I've decided to employ myself. The friends were shocked because all of them thought that for you to be employed, you have to go with the papers to the company and be employed and be given duties and any other things, or even some good salary and anything. But they realized that is not the case, because the gentleman was now living a very good life and he was free to do anything that he wants at any time, because he was now self-employed, where he could do anything that he wants at whatever time that he wanted. He was not being given instruction from anybody. He was the manager himself. So this business grew and this guy registered a company. So as the company continued growing, this guy decided, now I want to make an advertisement, I need to look for a manager. Being that his company had grown to something that he didn't expect, he put out a poster, started hiring, then not knowing, one of the friends applied for the job. So he was the manager sitting on the other side of the table, and the friend was also sitting on the other side of the table. So he asked the friend, what can you offer? Because I see that you say that you have experience. You know, you have the knowledge and you have everything. What can you offer? Because here we need somebody who is perfect. The friend thought that because of their friendship, he was going to be given a job. But the person said, you must offer something. What you're going to offer is not friendship at my company. I don't need friendship at my company. What I need is quality services. The moral of the story: sometimes whatever you can offer is only friendship, you need to try to offer something else to even your friend. Because not everybody is looking for friendship. People are looking for different things. And when it comes to work, learn to know that it is now something that is paying you, and work properly. And always remember, if this guy could have given up, then he could have not now been advertising for any job. If this guy could have given up looking for employment, then it could have not reached a point that he have known that when it comes to employment, you have to get quality people within your company for your company to succeed. Sometimes we end up being compromised because we look at things like friendship, because we value friendship more than the services that we need for our companies, more than whatever we need. Sometimes it is high time you learn to know to separate between friendship and work. Learn to know that giving up is not an option. Keep on moving, because if you move on, you will realize your potential. But when you give up at an early stage, maybe your breakthrough was just the next step, but you gave up now. Maybe your breakthrough was just the next turn, but you gave up. Always learn to focus and never give up, because giving up is not an option, but it is a distraction from your success. Always stay focused and do what you want, because you are the only person who knows where you want to go. Not any other person can define. Even if you build a company today, even your workers, they are not there for your vision. They are there to earn their salary, to do their things. Most of the people go to work because they need to pay bills, not because they have to solve your problem. Even if you can give them money without coming to your work, they are very okay. That's why people are okay taking money on leave days but they're not coming to work because what they need is to solve their problem, not your problem. Always remember that anything that you do, stay focused and do it, give it your best. Let us meet in our next episode. Thank you.